Welcome to Kimcast Art. It's been a long time since we've done a live. Um, one thing, our computer went down, and which I'll explain that to other people when they get here. Most likely, no one's here yet, but I did want to welcome anybody that happened to click on the link. Uh, we do a lot of painting tutorials and stuff like that. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like. It's all appreciated. I see we've got three people in here. But the third one's probably me. Although I'm not seeing anybody here for some reason. That's weird. Oh, there's Ken. How you doing, Ken? Yeah, it's been a long time. Well, I'm sure you know I've been a bit frustrated about not having many people on the live, so I wasn't real excited about doing any lives. But then when I decided to do one, we had a big storm here, which took out my whole computer. And it cost me quite a considerable amount to fix the dang thing. Took out the motherboard, the CPU, everything. Oh, heck no. I never hear from Recon. I'm the last person you should ask about Recon. I don't talk to him unless he happens to come here. I don't talk to him. I did text him to tell him that I was having a live, but he never replied back. He really does. He might be back on another shift. Maybe he's working, if he's working days or nights or what. How does this mic sound? I'm using the microphone on the camera right now, not the normal one. If it don't sound too good, I'll switch them up and hook the other mic up. But it should sound okay because I'm using the Razer camera, which is the expensive one, so it should have a better mic in it than the other ones. Yeah, I know it's showing 3. Somebody else is here. Haven't said who they are yet. Might be Velvet. I know Velvet was supposed to be coming on. She asked me a reminder at 8:30, and I did. So I don't know if she's on and just listening or what. Caitlin might be here. Trinity might be here. I have no idea who's going to show up. Anyway, I was going to do a live. I think it was last week. I sent a message out that I was going to do one, and then my power supply went in my computer. I got all fixed and running great, and then a couple of days later, the power supply went out. And when that went out, I also lost the big 120 millimeter fan in the back of the case. So I got the power supply, and I had to order that fan after that. One thing after another. But it's been upgraded quite a bit from what it was. Still a 6 core, but I upgraded the motherboard, better motherboard. Um, Instead of 8 gigs of RAM, I've got 32 gigs of RAM. I got a 4 gig video card. Of course, a new power supply and new fans. Ah, you mean the poll I sent out to everybody to let everybody know I was having a live tonight? Now it only shows one person here. Velvet said she'll be here in a couple of minutes, if we're lucky. I doubt Jennifer will be here. She has a boyfriend now. Nancy just turned into her grandmother twice, so she's probably watching her grandbaby. My most recent video, that was a long time ago. You should, if you go to my channel, you should see the most recent video anyway. She's doing okay. Grumpy as ever. Hello, Trinity. How are you? I have no idea why you didn't get a notification on the video, Ken. I have no idea. I've been doing a lot of painting lately of portraits. Let's see, over here is Trinity's little boy, Josiah. And on the other side is Adeline, which is Nancy's daughter, Michaela's little girl. And her other daughter just had a baby too, named Helen. Well, that's good, Trinity. Trinity just got promoted to a manager job where she works, but she's the big boss now. I hear she cracks a whip at everybody. Well, Jen may be here. You can ask her when she gets here, if she gets here. As far as I know, she's doing okay. I don't know. She's got a boyfriend now, so she stays at his place half the time. Velvet just texted me a minute ago, said she'd be here in a couple minutes. Well, that was a couple minutes ago she texted me. You didn't answer me, Ken. Does this microphone sound okay? It's on my camera. I don't have my regular microphone hooked up at the moment. But if this microphone doesn't sound very clear, I'll hook the other one up. You and Trinity can decide. Sounds okay? That's good. I'm probably talking too loud unnecessarily. I don't know why I do that. People do that. People have a tendency to talk loud in a microphone. I have no idea why. They should pick up your normal voice. Yeah, I'm in my office, studio, whatever. I did get a new shelf in the back here. I'm sure it looks different. I got a nice shelf with to hold all my pictures and stuff and other junk. And I found my certificates that I had. I've been looking for several years. Plus, I've hooked up some other cameras up, one up there and one over here, and there's going to be another one over there, which I got moved. And I have a laptop now that, and a new program that will actually work with three cameras. I haven't tried it out yet, but I'll be doing a painting pretty soon. I'll be able to use three different cameras so I can switch back and forth from one camera to another. One will probably go to the palette, one will go to the painting, and one will go to me when I'm talking. And we'll see if that helps get people watching the videos better. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Trinity Dillon called me last night and talked to me. Ah, welcome, Velvet. Glad you made it. Dylan's on another ship now, and he's over in South Korea. Oh, okay. All right. You should be able to hear me now. I welcome, Jennifer. I muted it when I got up for a second. That's why. You can hear me now, Ken. I'm sure you can. I muted it when I got up a minute ago. Anyway, I was saying we got 5 people, including me here. On StreamYard, it says 2 people. StreamYard does do some improvements. You see the background's got like video on it now. That's pretty neat. You can pick whatever one you want. Of course, you can get your own too. I'm surprised Nancy didn't get on. She probably forgot. Her memory ain't no good. Yeah, my computer broke down. It cost a fortune to replace all the crap that was in it. Got all that done, like I said, then I had to buy a power supply on top of that. And then a big fan, money I couldn't afford. No, I had one piece of candy in the last month, probably. I knew you couldn't, Trinity. But I appreciate you showing up for a couple minutes anyway. I'm eating a little cherry pie and a Coke. It's my dinner. What kind of seafood you gonna be eating? Velvet, shrimp, or a mixture? I had cereal for breakfast and cereal for dinner. Yummy. That's all us poor folk can afford. Velvet, I saw Timmy had the truck jacked up on sitting on wheel hubs. Tell him I actually have a set of ramps. He could have borrowed them if he just asked me. I had a brand new set of ramps. He could have used them. Well, that's about right. We got 4 or 5 people tonight. That was it. He probably didn't know I had any ramps, most likely. Ah, I put the bell on my bike, so I never had a problem with putting it on myself. You can put it on for him. I put my own on, so I want to make sure it didn't fall off. Ah, that's like an old wives' tale. That's something to sell. They say that so that people buy the bells. Most of the bikes I rode all my life, and I got it up the other day. I had 29 motorcycles all my life. I've only had a bell on like 3 of those bikes. Oh, there's Caitlin. We did get one more. Hi, Caitlin. Yeah, it was a bad storm. We had buckets of rain yesterday. It was later in the afternoon, at night, or whatever. It was coming down. I mean, it was coming down like a flash flood. At least I finally got my car washed. Yeah, we definitely needed some rain. I tell you, it's been pretty dry. Where we live, we got that Florida sand that just blows all over the place and gets all over your cars, and it's just bad. You can wash your car, and the next day it's filthy again. So I don't bother washing it half the time. I just hose it off. Try to get some of the dirt off the windows anyway, so I can see. Yeah, Caitlin's got her another car. She's got a little Nissan now. How you doing, Caitlin? I'm okay. We have no lack of snakes around here, Ken. We have them all. Moccasins, rattlesnakes, garden snakes, black racers, coral snakes, king snakes. We got them all. When you walk out the door, you take your life into your own hands. You could step on one and get bit. I'm doing good, better now, Caitlin, since I got my computer fixed. You see my new picture of Addie? I don't know if I sent it to you or not. That's the one I did for Michaela. It's about done almost. It's showing 6 people, but I know we ain't got no 6 people here. Because Trinity's gone. Oh no, she's still there. I thought she left already. It's hard to see it from here, probably. It's got a lot of reflection in it. Hard to see. I got a little bit more detail to do on it still. Yeah, I see you haven't left yet now. Well, we're showing 7 people now, so somebody else must have popped in. Welcome whoever else came in. I'm a little bit surprised Ariana didn't pop in tonight, or Cadence. I know Ariana's interested in art a lot, like her daddy was. Yeah, I'm surprised the farmers were able to put out so many watermelons and stuff this year with the lack of rain we had. Of course, most of them were all irrigated, but still, they could have used a lot of this rain we just got. I think whoever it was already left. Trinity, if you're still here, have a good night and say hi to Nathan for me. So, what have you been up to, Ken? Love you too, Trinity. My uncle told me what? I don't know what you're talking about, Ken. Now we have two people leave. Well, we got plenty of mosquitoes usually. I imagine Trinity got more mosquitoes up there in Mississippi than we got here with that Mississippi River. If I see any mosquitoes over here, I'm gonna send them to Velvet's house, and she can bring them to Crystal's with her. Are you taking chemo pills now? Wow. I didn't know they had pills for chemotherapy. I thought you had to just get radiation or something. She's because I saw them sending mosquitoes over there. I know I got a lot faster internet now, Ken, but tonight it's not as fast as it should be. That storm probably. Oh, you're doing scalloping again, Velvet, along with working at Crystals? Wow, making a big buck. Yeah, I would imagine so. You probably make more money scalloping than you do at Crystals. I haven't had any scallops in a long time. In fact, we haven't been out to have any seafood in ages. Well, maybe the China place there in the Chinese place in Newbury. That's like, fried shrimp, whatever. Hydroxyurea, never heard of it, which doesn't surprise me. Is it helping, or can't you tell yet, or it's a long period of medication taking before it takes effect? I look like hell. My damn barber, if he don't show up pretty soon, I'm gonna go nuts. I've been trying to get a haircut for a month now. Starting to look like a hippie again. Might as well go back to the 70s, 60s and the 70s. I think my wife was laying down when I come out here. I'm surprised she hasn't got Nancy or somebody over there doing her hair yet. Get rid of the gray. That's just more white than it is gray. I never heard of that medication anyway, Ken, but I'm not up to date on all that stuff anyway. I stay as far away from the doctors and the hospitals as I can get. At the VA told me a couple of 2 or 3 months ago they have a new doctor and I ain't met him yet. I have no idea what he looks like. I think he's Mexican or something. It looks like a Mexican name. I've gone through a lot of doctors there at the VA. Most of them seem to have an attitude problem, so I have to switch them. Get rid of them and get another one. My last doctor, Dr. Jones, he was a prick. I tell you what, he was terrible. He had the personality of a billy goat. I refused to go see him. I saw him once, and that was enough. Well, Velvet, that little subject we talked about, Velvet, if you think of something else you'd rather do for him, let me know, since we can't find the kitty. Ken, what are you doing to YouTube? Now I'm showing 3 people. You kicking everybody off or what? I said since we can't find what you wanted to do for your hubby there, maybe we can do something different. If you think of something different, picture wise. Yeah, no, I can understand that, Ken. Last I knew, I had pancreatitis. I don't know if I still do or not. I haven't bothered to check. Well, next time you come over, we'll talk about it. I got some idea or two, but I won't say here. I don't know if he's in hearing range or not. Although when they told me I had pancreatitis, a lot of times it'll go away by itself. It'll cure itself. So I'm hoping it did. If it didn't, then whatever. It is what it is. I'll find out sooner or later. Yvette, my goodness, how are you doing? It's wonderful to see you. It's been a long, long time. We had more here, but Ken scared him off. I don't know how he did it, but he did. He's a scary guy. I just blame it on Ken. Well, I take it you got my notice anyway, Yvette, on YouTube. I guess nobody else did. Ken never does. I don't know why. I think he broke YouTube. I think you got it in your personal settings somewhere, Ken, not to receive notices. I don't know where, but I bet you do. What you do is you hand your phone to one of your grandkids, Ken, and you tell them to fix it because these little kids know more about phones than we do. That's a fact. My great grandson Ezra, Caitlin's little boy, 3 years old, he can use the phone better than I can. He calls people, texts people, sends pictures to people, uses the camera. He does everything. Plays games on it. He's smart as a whip. Yeah, you did tell me about the bone marrow, Ken. Did you get that done yet, or are they waiting on that too? I get the perfect background, so I'm smoking. You can't tell, I guess. Well, that's good, Yvette. I'm glad somebody's getting the notices because nobody answered the poll I put out. I even made it kind of funny, and still nobody answered it that I know of. I haven't checked lately. Nope. I guess nobody did anything on the post. Nope. Even my email not there either. Yeah, even I got my post. I guess I don't know why people don't get them. Yvette got it, so I know they're going out. Well, Ezra's only 3, and he can use a phone at 2 also, so they probably still can do it. Use your phone better than you can. Can. Ah, I see. Yeah, you bet. That's what we all do. We all have to deal with life. It always throws them little surprises at you. Like when I couldn't do any lives here for months now because my computer got hit by electrical surge. I ended up having to replace all the guts in it. Of course, I'm a computer tech, so I did it myself, but I still had to have the money to do it. New motherboard, new RAM, new video card, new power supply, all kinds of crap. New fans. My keyboard even went to hell on me. That was an expensive keyboard. Luckily, I had a spare. But I took the old one apart, and I'm pretty sure I fixed it. I just didn't switch them back yet. Well, I'm supposed to be retired too, Ken. And I still work. I was working DoorDash and Uber and Grubhub and all that stuff. And painting, doing a lot of commission paintings. Enough to keep me busy anyway. I like to sell a bunch of them that are in that on that shelf right there and on the wall here. I'm running out of room to store paintings. I do have one at the gallery though. That New York Deli's at the gallery. Of course, Ken Recon might have changed his phone number. Who knows? Although I got a funny feeling he's probably working. I think the last time we did it live, he came in right at 10 o'clock. We were just getting ready to log off, and he showed up. If you remember right, we actually stayed on about another half an hour after he got on. Excuse me. It's like my mama used to tell me, Yvette, it's the meanness coming out of him. That's what my wife tells me when I'm sick. It's the meanness coming out of you. I think I've done like 3 portraits in the last month. Of course, Yvette just got here. That's my little great grandson, Josiah, I painted for Trinity. And this one is Adeline. She's about 6, 7 months old, something like that. I just did her. I did actually did two of her. Yeah, that's what happened to me, Ken. Remember when I was sick for months there? That was like last year. I was sick for like 2 or 3 months. I got it bad. I mean bad. And I'm pretty sure I had the coronavirus. I was like bedridden for 2 months. I mean, I'd get up, go to the bathroom or whatever, and I'd get up once in a while and sit at the table and have a cup of coffee or something, but then I'd go right back to bed. And at the same time, I pulled my back out and all kinds of other crap was going on. But I'm pretty sure I had COPD. I moved so she could see him then. Yeah, they're back further, I know. It looks like my top shelf is a bit heavy, bending down. Might have to take some of them paintings off there and put them on one of the other shelves. Oh, you had it twice, Yvette? Wow. They say it's definitely possible. You know, some diseases out there, like the measles or whatever, you get them once and you can't get it again. But that corona, COPD, you can. I mean, that coronavirus. I just don't want to put them paints on the floor again. I'm too afraid they'll get water in here and damage them, damage the frames. How many great grandkids do I have? Let's see. Weston, Ezra, Adeline, and Helen, and Acacia. Five. Yep, five. I don't have three great grandsons. Just Weston and Ezra. Jackson's not a great grandson, if that's who you're thinking of. Well, it's good that they caught you before they got there, Ken. Back then, they probably made you put a mask on before you go in anyway. I counted Trinities. Josiah, Ezra, oh, Weston, that's right. Helen, Acacia. Yep, six great grandchildren. Yeah. I got 13 or 14 grandchildren and six great grandchildren. And before it's all over with, there'll probably be another dozen great grandchildren. Uh, and they always come up with these names I can't remember. Yes, I do. I have a lot of them. A lot of grandkids, a lot of great grandkids. Most of my grandkids are girls and they pop them out like puppies. I think I got three granddaughters that haven't had any babies yet. Yeah, Yeah, the way they're multiplying within 100 years, I'll have I'll be responsible for about another 300 people on this earth, at least. I'm pretty sure I won't see any great great grandchildren. I'll be long gone before that time. Yeah, I think there's at least five of my grandkids that haven't had kids yet. Little Chris, Wesley, Ariana, Cadence, and Lexi. None of them have had kids yet. And then, of course, Jackson. Of course, he's still too young, but he won't be long. Yeah, Yvette, when we have a family get together from my family, it's takes up the whole building. I didn't say Wes didn't. I said Chris didn't yet. Chris and Dylan didn't yet. Well, you're still a lot younger than me, Ken. You'll be seeing great grandkids before you know it. I said Dylan. I said Dylan and little Chris, and I can prove it because you can go back and rewatch this recording, and it'll tell you it's recorded. I got proof. Ha ha ha. God, I hope not, Ken. I can't hardly move now. I don't even want to see what I look like at 100. They have to roll me everywhere. I don't want to live to be that old. I really don't. Yeah, I plan on doing that. When I die, I got a whole list of people I'll be haunting. And I'll have fun doing it too. For eternity. While they're alive and after they're gone, I'll still haunt them. All right, guys, it's 10 o'clock. I think we're going to close the show down. I was really hoping we'd get a lot more people, but let's see, how many did we get all together? We had Trinity, Velvet, Caitlin, I guess she's already gone, snuck in and out, Ken, Yvette, Jennifer. Am I missing anyone? I think that's about it. 6 people. 7 including me. All right, everybody, y'all have a good night, and hopefully I'll have a live again a lot sooner than this last one today. Y'all have a good night. God bless. Sleep tight and all that good stuff. And we'll catch you all the next time. Good night, everyone.